When I say I didn't get serious about saving for my retirement until I turned 50, I'm not exaggerating. I completely changed the way I live. A lot of Gen Xers feel like they'll never be able to retire. But before you give up, let me give you a snapshot of how I live and what it's helped me to accomplish in just a few short years. If you're serious about catching up, these are the 10 sacrifices that I've made. Number 1, I have no social life, and I'm not being dramatic. I don't go out to lunch with friends. I don't have weekly girls' night out events. I'm not a recluse because I have great coworker conversations. I attend church weekly, but outside of family gatherings or holidays, I'm not spending any money on a social life, and that's the choice that I've made for now. Number 2, I stopped traveling. I never leave town. My vacations are always staycations, or actually workcations, which I'll talk about later. And at first, it wasn't exactly by choice. I became a full-time caregiver, and that kind of grounded me. But now that I stay close to home, I realize how much money I'm saving. Now, I'm hopeful that my retirement will include travel, but for right now, I stay put and I save the money. Number 3 is I rarely ever watch TV or movies. No streaming services, no subscriptions. I might binge one show a year, maybe on Christmas break, if I'm lucky. But my time is limited right now, and time is money. My bedroom TV, it stays on one channel. It never moves. It stays on one channel. I fall asleep to history documentaries every night. Okay, number 4, and some of you may think this is strange, but I do not sit down when I get home from work until bedtime. Now, I get home around 5 p.m. through the week. My bedtime, I aim for around 8:30. I like to get my favorite book and be in bed around 8:30. But in that 3.5 hours, I am hustling. I am taking care of my mom. I am making dinner. I usually eat mine standing at the counter in the kitchen. I'm cleaning up the kitchen. I'm getting my mom ready for bed. I'm walking Benji around the block, feeding my pets. It's hustle time. And if I allow myself to sit down, then I've lost an hour easy. So I don't do it. If I'm going to pull off being a full-time employee, a full-time caregiver, having a side gig, being a feisty terrier dog mom, if I'm going to pull all that off, then this is how I have to do it. Number 5 is I use my vacations and my paid days off to work on my side gig. I use that time to build this YouTube channel. In fact, I'm using a vacation day right now to record this video. I spent an entire week of vacation last year teaching myself how to edit videos. Number 6 is I don't eat out. I have a budget of $25 a month for dining out. The only time I ever exceed that budget is around holidays or for someone's birthday. I'm just not tempted by restaurant meals. They're really not a treat for me. I'd rather just cook at home, save the money, and know what's actually in my food. Number 7, every single windfall that I get, no matter how small or how large, every one of them, they go into savings or retirement. I opened my first Roth IRA with the stimulus checks that we received a few years ago. I opened my first HSA with a tax refund. And in turn, by depositing that money in my HSA, that reduced my taxable income for the next year. So, double win. I use a cashback credit card. I get 2%. I go in every single month when the statement closes and I cash out my rewards right then move them straight to my emergency savings account. Every unexpected dollar has a job. Number 8 is I shop cheap, and I'm fine with that. Over the last several years, I've embraced a more casual wardrobe. I get my clothes from Walmart, Ross, maybe Kohl's if I have a coupon. I can get my clothes to last for years. I take care of them. I'm not into labels, obviously. I replaced my previous car that was very expensive to maintain with a budget economy car that I love. It's 7 years old. It still looks brand new. I plan on keeping it for the long haul. Number 9 is I'm looking for ways to earn extra income. I've done surveys online. I've done product reviews. I've written blogs. And now I'm working on building this YouTube channel. It's about having more options. Number 10 is I became a caregiver. And it wasn't exactly a choice. There were a matter of life events that happened, and I had to step up. My mom moved in with me. She wants to share in paying for the living expenses, which has reduced my overhead quite a bit. I consider that a sacrifice that many people just aren't willing to do. And it's definitely not easy. But it gives me another way to build my nest egg. And those are the 10 sacrifices that I make. And that's what has elevated my net worth to 10 times what it was when I started at age 50. And I don't skimp on everything. There are 2 categories that I allow myself to spend generously with, and that's groceries and my pets. I want good food and a happy, healthy Benji, so that's where I splurge. Now, I know people out there that are doing even more extreme things than what I'm doing, but I don't personally know any of them. I might be out of the loop on the latest shows or the restaurants around town, but I'm okay with that. Maybe I'm sacrificing for an uncertain future, and no one could convince me of that in my 20s, my 30s, even my 40s. But I'm convinced now, and it's given me possibilities for a retirement that I thought I could never even hope for. In the past 8 years, my net worth has grown 10 times. It's because I changed my lifestyle, invested in the stock market. So now I want to hear from you. What sacrifices are you making for your retirement? Would you be willing to do some or all of the things that I just mentioned today in order to turn your financial situation around? Leave me a comment. I'd love to hear about it. I hope you found this video helpful today, and I have another one for you to check out. 5 retirement myths that will ruin your future. I'll link it right here. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I put out videos every week to inform, to elevate, sometimes even entertain my fellow Gen Xers. I hope you have a great week, and I will see you again soon. Bye.